Hi there, Joel from Jones's, and today we're going to show you guys how to adapt your power steering pump over to a direct mount for your Cummins conversion so you can run your Hydro Boost and eliminate the vacuum pump. So, to do this conversion, you're also going to need a power steering pump puller. You can see that right there. This will take the old pulley off as well as safely install your new gear. So we're going to go ahead and get this mocked up on here so we can remove this pulley, and then we'll show you how to adapt it over. Okay, so to get your pulley off, you put the little pushing knob right there. Push that on there like that. And then for your actual pulling, you want it has two sizes, a bigger size and a smaller size. For our setup, we're going to use the smaller size. You go like so, take your little retainer collar over that, and then while holding this nut you want to run this all the way down. So we'll get the impact. Okay. You can see pulley came off. Now, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to do this without the proper puller. So we're going to go ahead and clean up the power steering pump and get ready to bolt our adapter on and then press the gear on. All the threads are clean. We kind of quickly clean this up. Now, obviously, this would be a very good time to replace this pump. We know this one has recently been replaced, so the owner was not, he didn't feel the need to do that. So anyway, we're going to continue on with our install here. So got everything ready to go. So we're going to do a little bit of prep work here. We're going to put some blue Loctite on our mounting bolts. So we'll get those on the threads of the mounting bolts. You do not want these bolts to back off and come out. So that's why we put the Loctite in there. This is a nice thick cork gasket that fits nicely just right down in there. There's no need for any sealer on that. Now, however, we're going to go ahead and put this on. Okay, just like that. That's how it goes. Long bolts go here, short bolt goes there. And you notice that we can't really get any sealer in there. So we're going to go ahead and put a whole bunch of sealer on the upper portions of these bolts. So that it will seal all the way around there and won't leak any oil down in there. So put a bunch of sealer and just kind of let it squeeze out. You do that after you put the blue Loctite. So we've got blue Loctite right here, and then we're going to put gobs of sealer on each one of these bolts so that obviously oil can't migrate through the bolt heads. And leak. You want to just tighten these down evenly and slowly so that it gives time for that silicone to kind of squeeze in around that bolt. And there's it's important not to have any oil on these bolts also. So get these guys tightened up. Get those snugged up, and there you can see right around that bolt how the silicone is oozing out. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and kind of smooth that out with your finger. Kind of push it down in there so that it's nice and sealed up. And now clean this up just a tad with a rag, because you don't want gobs of silicone sealer to fall into your timing cover. Okay, that guy is sealed up, tightened up nicely, and you can look inside there and see the gasket is sealed up. So we are okay. So we're going to take our adapter, put it in, thread it in all the way, like that. Our bearing for our install, as well as our nut. Okay, now at this point I found the easiest way to get this to go on is to actually clamp this in the vise and turn this. That way you're not having to hold two wrenches and mess around with it. So I'm going to grab this whole assembly, take it over to the vise, and then we'll finish pressing this gear on. So, and you can see back here that our gear is started on, and we'll just take this, gear in place. Now, as far as depth goes, you want to have some clearance between your plate and your gear. It's not very much, but you don't want your gear to actually hit your adapter plate. So we're going to keep tightening these down. Some of these original gears had kind of a bushing in there that made it so that you couldn't press them flush. And you want to make sure that when this pump moves, it does not come in contact. There, now I could feel it. I could feel it actually bottom out. So the end of the shaft is flush with this gear, and you can see if you get right up here close to the camera, you can see we got a probably about 1/8 of an inch gap, and the aluminum housing won't ever come in contact with that gear. So next step, go ahead and take this off. Go back over to the bench. We'll disassemble our puller. Got our bearing. And there you can see the gear actually stopped short of being all the way pressed on flush with the end of the shaft, but we have good clearance in the back, so that is ready to go. Now the only other thing is got to get a new gasket, Put a new gasket over that and bolt it into your Cummins. If you guys have any questions about this install, then go ahead and post your questions in the comment section. I'm going to leave I'll post, there's been several links of this setup that have kind of popped up in the video, so you can click on any one of those. I'll also post a link where you can buy this adapter from our website. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and you guys have a great day.